I have been chosen to come. No, I've chosen. El mua la nate akatene he anahele nemo atana histe. Iste hana te enamua alana atanahi e. Tamai nehe alana e akatono. Iste moane. Este hemoani. Ikatanahe onomo otu onanehe ta. Istimehete e. Anahete akatanahe la anehe atanehe. Okay. Tamohe nenana helemete ekatanahiti. It is going to be hard to try to explain this in a way that does not trigger concerns and fear. This is a point. No. This is the point in the storyline when the heroine becomes aware of something that changes the perspective and direction of everything of their life up until that point. Who you know you, how you are about to experience yourself. No. How do we put this in the words? You came to the darkest of the dark, both wanting to bring in light, but also to help us to understand clearly what was occurring and what had the path outcome that it was culminating towards. But in order for this to be done, you had to acclimate and become and live amongst the souls. And you had to experience from their experience so that all would be accurate. And it is also multifaceted. It is not just the understanding of what was occurring and is occurring and this is hard within time to explain to one within time what is not in time. But as you were there, you also were setting up paths and patterns to assist souls in many and varied situations and to bring in insights as to what was happening with their divinity. Because though all is of divine and created from divine and understand and experience their own divinity, your experience of the divinity within all is unique in nature, and because of that uniqueness, you are able to, and also your ability to help to align to the best path. And these are so hard. These are not accurate words or thoughts that are being conveyed. We are trying. We will try this again. Divinity and the soul is seen as a light gyroscope, as you have been describing it, and it has become distorted and out of balance. And that, not only that, but the divinity of all the souls have, to one extent or another, experienced and had trouble realigning back to divinity, divinity balance point. And so you have been researching and experiencing and working out paths and plans as to how to assist in the detangling up the distortions and assisting them so that they will be their truest and fullest selves. Your mere presence before someone can cause their truest longings of their divinity to express themselves. And you have been doing that from the perspective of a soul within the darkest of the dark. It has been difficult because it is not your nature, it is not your being, and everyone's divinity is always calling them to be their truest self. And your truest self could not be expressed fully in the experience you were in. Even the limited expression that was living as a soul faced difficulty in adjusting and being part of that society. Always feeling alienated and disconnected. And so it was that at the time that it was deemed appropriate, and it is hard to explain this clearly, but as it became clear and the paths were being, your arguments and discussions were being heard and experienced even before your self that was there realized what was happening, and a plan was outlaid. Not a plan, because a plan thinks that we have chosen each step before it came. It is not a plan, an intention to that it was now time to have you awaken and become more of your truest self-expression. It has been maneuvering for some time, but it has speeded up at this point so that you are not what we would call a patient one or a methodical one. You are determined, and you have been moving at a very rapid pace. You have been pushing the boundaries of what can happen. and you are trying to see a vision and your intentions of where you wish to be at some further on point. But as you try to build these visions, you meet with, we will call it concept blocks, because you are not only of the divine, but you touch all that exists, and as such, the identity, the being, the individual that is you, the time weaver, there is nothing in that experience with which to build, to clearly explain that which you are and are becoming. This next part is going to be more difficult for you, because you are trying to understand and build your future with that which you have there, and that is not what is going to occur. And as we say this, the anxiety pops up and the whatabouts. It has come to the point that it is necessary to let you be aware of this, because you are overly anxious and concerned about how to build that which you wish to be. What you are becoming is not of the comprehension of the time space where you are or have been experiencing in this limited expression. And you wonder, who is bringing this to you? It is, I am unknown in my the qualities of what I am and how I am, and are not understood or conceived of there. I am of the divine, and we in the divine have been watching carefully as things unfold. And there were conversations, considerations as to how to and when to bring this to you, because of your determined nature and your determined nature. If we just were to spring it on you as it is unfolding at that moment, you will become stubborn and create reverberations that would not be in line with what you actually desire in your fullest self. And you are aware of this. It may be that I could say that I am your oldest self, wisest self. I am the self that was built from this experience, coming Yes. I know that as you hear this, there are questions and doubts and, are you sure? That is okay. Of course. I am the ancient you. Not you. I am the ancient fullness of all that is the time weaver. I am the one that lives within the nexus of God throne. Ita moene helahe etene. Yautameha kotana hestahe. It is that. This is going to be very difficult to describe, though you are getting an impression of it. There is a nexus point that exists within the most divine. I would say that this point exists with God, the source of all light, and the Great Father, the Great Mother, and light. And it is in this point that all else is conceived of and known. It is hard to describe because in the experience that you have there, all of you is there in a singular place. You do not have all of you in one place and all of you in also another place and all of you in another place at another time at the same moment. But that is what the time weaver, I, am in and touch everything and am also always present in this nexus point, as I am also, as the fullest of me is also moving in and out and through all things. I am saying that I am the ancient one of you, even though from your perspective I am far, far, far into your future. But I am also far, far, far into your past. I am all of the past and all of the future. And yet I am still growing and moving. It is the best explanation I can give. You, the time weaver expression that is having these experiences in this time space. You are expanding from what you believed you were and what you knew. And you are being motivated to go, motivated, something, a combination of that, to go in the direction which is bringing about that which is going to occur. Even as I speak and you get flash glimpses of what I am speaking of, you're closing down, and we are having a difficulty with this communication because you have been so acclimated into this experience that you have anxieties about that experience and what is occurring in the universe of the souls and also in the multiverse. We have been carefully expanding your understanding of and grasp of to bring you fully in line with who you are. We gave you the information of God, the source of all light, and the Great Father, the Great Mother in light, and have carefully broadened your viewpoint and experiences. We have allowed you to see the universe of the souls and the multiverse. We have shown you the vastness of the divine realm that exists outside the universe of the souls. But now it is time that there be more expansion. But the expansion that we are bringing you to is not one that there is a comprehension of existing throughout the multiverse. For the multiverse is like, it is hard to say. It is small. It is small in comparison. It is important and valuable, but it is not part of. It is part, but it is not the expansion we are bringing you to. There is a within the divine realm of which you are part of, and which I am part of. There is a deeper underlying older part that is simultaneously existing in the same, we will call it time space so that you will grasp it. It is like a multi-layer expression, even of God, the source of all life. This is His eternal part, or infinity point. Yes, that is what we would call this, so that you will understand it. This is the infinity point. It is an actual point of residing. It is the nexus from which all concepts, yes, we will go concepts. Boil out, no, move out, expand from something. Why are we doing this, you are asking? What is the purpose of bringing these concepts, which do not even exist in the dreams of those of the multiverse? Here is the point. Expression. God, the source of all light, has chosen and is filling all creation, aligning all to their divinity and their divinities, so that it is whole and complete, and as it was, you may say, as it was factory model, returned to your pristine and perfection state. But as this happens, who you truly are comes forth and is expressed clearly. That is why you are finding that the physicalness of you is having some difficulties, and you are not understanding, and you wish the physicalness of you to be expressed in a different way, and it is not yet fully grasped. as to how, not how, yes, real good, how the expression will be revealed during this process. We are working and adjusting things continuously. You must now go with the flow, and yes, I know your hands and your feet are numb because you, my dear, were never designed to be. You cannot be contained in the physical. And as God comes through, your expression of who you really are will come through. It will not. You will be your truest and fullest self. You will not fit in with. You will not be. You will be known to not be a soul very clearly. You will not see or think things in the limited manner in which you had done previously. The constraints that you put on will be melting away. And you will be at your truest self. And I know, as I see, as we express this to you, that you have questions and concerns and worries. The choices that you have made. We want to say what you have saved and what you have done and show it to you clearly, but we are not just talking about these choices and how they have affected the universe of the souls, the multiverse, because these things would have affected all. We are aware and we are supporting you through this, but you will find that your ability to be in the vicinity of very distorted will not work. It cannot work. You will form strong aversion, and you will be adjusting further into your newly realized expression. It is going to be a new kind of difficult. But you have seen the pattern where the difficulties occur and that which you were and valued dissipates and goes away, and that's what you are emerges brighter and clearer. You are still in the darkest of the dark. You have not shown forth your fullest light. There will be very big adjustments to come from her perspective that are on the horizon. We are letting you know that when you experience these things, just go with it. You must try to bring yourself to the conception point outside of the limited experiences. You will need adjustment, I know. But you are now becoming aware, and it will continue to grow more fully in understanding. God is now speaking with you on an intimate and regular basis. It will become, you will be more completely intertwined in your interactions and conversations, because we are part of a very intimate group of the divine, the deepest of the divine. This is not a hierarchical, and we want to make this point very clear. There is no sense that this is more, one is more powerful, more important, more valuable, and the other one is less. It is not like that. For when God creates, He always gives them all that He is, because that is who He is. It will becoming more clear, and there will be paths and expressions and experiences that will open before you that will be vastly different than anything ever experienced on anyone within the multiverse. Just go with it. We are adjusting as we go. We cannot give you precise or specifics, because as we adjust there, we are adjusted here and everywhere. Release the anxieties about the trivial, mundane that is changing there. And when you notice that that which you have been attached to no longer is there a desire to remain attached, then let it go. Because that which is life beyond comprehension is going to be filling in the spaces. And it does not matter if, as you are thinking there, will that this doesn't make any sense. It is not about making sense. This is just the path that you are on at this moment, and you are feeling it.